back to the spirit of the outdoors. Oh, I am working on my tiller. And this thing here, you can't really take it apart. And the rope broke off, so I pulled the cover off. And I had some people saying that they had difficulty doing this. So mine, actually, the spring was broken there when I got through. So I had to break a piece off, and then I just bent it around where it would catch and wound the spring back tight. So what the problem is mainly is the rope right here. Oh. So what I'm gonna do right now is show you how I went about getting this rope out. Cause you gotta get it through this hole. Let me bring you up here. So what I done is I got my rope positioned over my hole right here. And then you take a screw and you wind it up in them threads pretty good through that hole, and you see how it pulled that right out of there. Just a screw. I thought that helped somebody. So the next problem I had is I misput my handle I had. So I drilled a stick out, countersunk the hole. I've been frustrated this morning and ain't nothing went right that I've tried to do. So I come out here and went to working on some stuff that I knew I could fix. So I drained oil out of that pressure washer, sprayed some ether in it. It ain't fixed, but I got it running. And what it done is it sat there and leaked gas down into the oil over at my dad's shop. So the carburetor, really the remedy is just to cut the gas off. But, you know, sometimes we absent-minded and don't do that. So now this, I got to put these little earpieces back in here, and now I'm gonna tighten that screw back up. All right, so let me installate this back on here. So that is sometimes you just need to get out here and fix some things right quick that you know you can win at, just to get to build up your confidence level again, because it's frustrating when everything you do goes backwards and you trying your best to make something happen and nothing never go right. It preys on your mind. I just throwed everything down. This stuff had to be done at some point. I've got a lot of stuff around here tore up I need to be fixing, so I need to be making pottery, and I am fixing to, so I can't work on everything today. But I did know my brother-in-law and some of them, they was talking about these were difficult to do. And I think outside the box. I'm not smarter than everybody else. I ain't trying to portray that. I don't know, my mind is geared as a problem solver, and I figure I'm cross-threading that right there, but it's aluminum, it'll make me thread. Oh. Let me get this one over here. And I don't know why that ain't G-hawing, just ain't nothing like something over there dangling right in your way when you're trying to start a screw. I mean right in the way, it don't matter where you put it. I'll probably go ahead and cross thread this one too, that way I'll have two that match. Y'all don't do stuff like that, do you? It really ain't cross-threaded, y'all. It was just difficult because it was going in at an angle. It didn't want didn't want to cooperate, but I didn't leave it a lot of options. If you start giving stuff options, it'll screw up with you every time. Most of this stuff is pretty straightforward. It's simple, y'all. If you I won't tighten that yet till you get this. There we go. All right. And that goes on here. Goes this way though, I think. That's a choke. The strangler strangles that. And this, it needs an air filter. Don't even say a word. It needs an air filter. But I'm sticking that back in there for the moment. I already knew somebody was looking for something to scold me about. And you go ahead and think it, but if you comment on it, I'm gonna block you. Right? I mean, just as fast as I can. So that's just what kind of mood I'm in right now. All right. And that'll probably break again because that rope ain't the best. I need to buy me a good piece of rope. A roper. All right. So now this contraption here has got to go right back up in there like so. And this tiller may be different from some of them that folks was having trouble with. I don't know. This is just the one I did. And I think the problem was there was no way, because you can't separate that to put the string up through there. So it's just a little tip. If yours is like this and you having the problem that I was having there, that screw is money for getting that out of there. So let me get all this put together. I drained the oil out of that pressure washer over there though. It had gas and oil, and I drained all that out. That's fixed now. So I've got two things fixed. But I drained it out, put some oil in it, and sprayed some ether in it, got it cranked up running, and it's got a little too much oil in it right now, so it's blue smoking. But I got it running. I've got to, at some point, take the foot off my boat and look at that prop in there. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that today or not. But anyway, we got these two little projects done here. I ain't filming how to do stuff as much as I'm gonna get it all done at some point. Y'all, I'm gonna pull this foot off of this motor and see what's up with this water pump. Now, I ain't no expert on these things. This screw has got a 10mm head on it. Let me get something to put my screws in. Bottom of a milk jug works good for that. They ain't but 5 of these. So take that off and put the wrench back down in there. And then right here on these sides, I have done broke these loose. And I want to take them out by hand if I can. I may have to go get a wrench because it's too short with even a short socket in the ratchet. Get on there, and I don't have room to get a ratchet wrench in there. But as long as I can get them out by hand, it don't matter. So let me get all these out, and we're gonna pull this apart and see if we can figure out what's going on with it. It is not pumping water because the other day when I was running it in that video, it started running hot by the time I got through. The alarm light come on. I don't think it actually got hot, you know. In other words, like where it hurt anything. So I cut it off and parked it and ended the video. But I've got to figure out what's going on. I've got a buddy down the road, but But now he's got more than he can do. If I take it down there and leave it, I may be a while getting it back, which I got other boats to use, but I want to play with my depth finder. Just crappie fishing in water and bass fishing, I'd rather fish in this boat. Now, if I'm going to be getting in shallow places and lakes, I don't know where the stumps and whatnot are, that other aluminum boat's a whole lot better. But I like to keep it for set up to go catfishing. And I got some new Placino rod holders. I got to do some videoing on, and I'll link all that stuff when I do it. Boy, that thing long-winded. Like me, ain't it? All right, there we go. All right, now this water pump is right here. I need to go get a smaller socket. Let me go get that. Yep, right between the two I got, ain't it? That might have something to do with it, Regan. And I'm wondering if I may need to take these off. There could be something stopped up down in there, you know? I ain't thought about that whenever I was working on it previously. We'll check that this time. Because the last time I opened this up, I couldn't see nothing wrong. But now, he mentioned it might not be seated right. Well, I'm no expert, so I don't know that I could look and tell you if it was seated right or not. You know what I mean, Vern? Well, I've usually got a decent enough mechanical mind that I can look and tell you if something is a ray or not. We finna find out though, ain't we? Finna have to go get a battery to put in the pickup truck. I've been charging it, which I knew this winter it was out. I put it off and kept charging it, trying to get all I could get out of it. Somebody told me, said, oh, what's wrong with them is the way you charge them. Well, the alternator on the truck's what does it, so I ain't got nothing to do with that. But now after it started going bad, it wouldn't stay charged with the truck. Well, then I started a charging on it, but it was shot by then, you know what I mean? And the thing that I'm charging with is a smart charger, so it does its own deciding how it needs to charge. You don't get to set, I'm gonna fast charge it or all that kind of business. You know what I mean? Is them all the same length? The longer ones go in the front. Kind of obvious to me anyway. All right, so I don't know which way this is supposed to be turned, y'all. Does anybody know? Let me bring y'all over here where you can get a look-see. Okay, it was on here just like this. Kaplunk. fins are turned that way. I don't know which way the rotation is. You see what I mean? I don't know which way this shaft turns. Seems to be that way, but I don't know. But it needs a new water pump, if you want my honest opinion. You see that? I wonder if Williams got one down there. We fixing to order one. Is precisely what we finna do. All right, y'all, I've been doing a little bit of research on this pump because I don't know what I'm doing. I can figure it out. But I ain't never done these. So this water pump, I'm fixing to turn the camera around and show you, is bad boy out. So that's why I had to get on here and do some research and see, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, I'm sure some of y'all probably already know all this. You worked on more boats than I have. But this is supposed to be straight out like this. See how all of these are wore? Well, that's from it getting hot. And I guess whatever reason. But anyway, they're supposed to be straight like that. Well, that's why that water, when it starts spinning, it's bending around that way. And the water, at least I have all of them. There's no blockage. So we got to order a water pump and put on here. We'll be good to go. Y'all, I done learned you're either going to buy tools or vehicles. You're going to buy one or the other, which I already had some good tools from doing mechanic work for a lot of years. So this Blue Point box I got off the Snap-on truck. And it don't mean that it's any better than Craftsman, but at the time, I liked the setup. I liked the tool set that it had with it, why I bought it. All right, first thing I need to do is take this bar out. So what I'm doing right now is we're gonna work on the truck. I have got to put a new battery in. I can't keep a battery in this truck. And I don't know, maybe the alternator is not charging right. The alternator is working. But this one, I charged it up, and this is a smart charger I got from Amazon, and it'll do the repair and all that stuff. But the last few times I've charged it up, it was dead before I could get that even. So if we had the boat ready to go, we still couldn't go fishing in this truck. So we're fixing to remedy all of that. I did put all the boat bolts back in the boat in the foot. I gotta take that one along. I don't know, I think it's a 12, which is what I got on here. Nope. Must be the 13 I had in my hand. There we go. And these are all 6-point sockets, which is another reason I wanted this set. A lot of the Craftsman sets you buy is all 12-point. And when you're dealing with a lot of old, wore-out stuff, 6-point sockets are great. Now, I am well aware that a 12-point has its place. But that is not what I wanted at the moment. Boy, they don't leave you no room to put your hand down in there, do they? All right, let me go get a wrench and get them off. That's a 5/16. I guess, though, I could do it just like this, couldn't I? Get a shallow or 8mm, whichever one you want. 8mm and 5/16 is the same size. for you greenhorns. Yeah, it ain't gonna work, is it? I always need to go dig out some more tools. I'll be right back. All right, y'all, it's about to get warm. This done got hot here in Mississippi. I like these ratchet wrenches right here, and they are also 6-point. We fixing to go buy a Duralast. This is a Duralast Gold. It was put in here last year. It was put under here though with the warranty that went with the other one. So the warranty is out on it. I am not buying another gold battery because all you're buying is the same cheap battery with a year warranty. So you're just spending another $100 so that you get a free battery next year. Well, usually they'll last to 2 years that the warranty's good for. So when you come out about the same, and it's got this piece of foam, I don't imagine I'm putting that back on there because it's done, I don't know. So anyway, we're gonna take this core, we're gonna go get us a battery, and I'm gonna have to hang my glasses because I can't see nothing without them, but this shirt's got to go, y'all. I'm about to burn up now. All right, show y'all what else. I told y'all I fixed the pressure washer. Well, look at this here buggy, y'all. This is, and let me get on the other side. The sun's shining over there. That's as clean as that buggy's been, and I don't know when. So I got the pressure washer working, and I mean, I washed the motor, I washed everything. Now we can work on it. It's still got some front end problems, but I'm gonna pull it down there here this afternoon and do a complete greasing on everything I can get my hands on to grease, because this thing requires a lot of grease. That dog right there stays under my feet. It don't matter. Look at her trying to get out of the camera. What are you doing, Ann? All right, let's go get us a battery. All right, y'all. We got a battery. And I know I said I wasn't buying a gold, but that was the only one they had that fit this truck. I mean, the only one. So, guessing what? That's what we had to buy. But, in all honesty, the other one, the cheaper one was $194 and this one was $214. So, you know, so we got 3 years worth of warranty. Might as well, huh? I'm sure I'll get to use it. But I'm tired of jumping this thing off every time I get ready to go somewhere. I've bought enough batteries this year to keep a battery plant in business. It feels like it anyway. I can gripe about it if I want to. I'm not going to spend money and not gripe about it. Yeah, that's just a fact. I mean, if you can spend money and not gripe about it, more power to you. I can't. If I have to buy something like this that ain't for my pleasure, I'm going to fuss. And you know what? I don't know where it's at. I bought some of that dielectric grease to put on him. I might as well have put it, hadn't I? This thing, though, hadn't never corroded on me. I wish there was a way to, there he is. There he is a way. Right here on this box. Where's the, okay. I'll see right where I want to cut it. There we go. That way it just comes out in a little old bit there. I don't need no big gob of it. I need to get it on my fingers too. Yeah. I mean, cause if you don't get it on your fingers, you ain't done nothing. Really, you need to get it on your shirt and everything else too. Y'all probably don't get y'all stuff everywhere. If I do something, I'm wearing it. When I go to town, you can tell what I've been doing because it's all over me. I got it honest, though. I did. Now, that there does have a little bit of a corrosion. Not bad. But now, one reason I bought that stuff is I'm going to put that on them connections, on them fish finders, because they always in the water. I ain't putting that back on there. I'm gonna put that in the trash. All right. At least it's got a. No, you devil, you go back in there where you supposed to be. By George. Yeah. Well, we're gonna get this did. We're gonna get it did. It's a beautiful day. I'd like to go fishing, but I better go do some work. Better go make pottery. I need to get to cutting some grass. I got a lot I need to be doing. I ain't got time for fishing. And y'all, I know people want to know why we ain't been in the swamp none. Y'all, it's flooded. I mean, 2 inches of rain, it's like 13 foot down there now. It's out of the bank by 2 or 3 foot. So that's why we don't be down there doing that, peddling around, you know. Is that thing tightening up, or am I just turning it? Oh. Hopefully we can put our battery charger up and not be getting a lot of use out of it right now. I'm tired of using it. Every time I get ready to do something, I gotta charge a battery up. Put all these, I like the fact that this stuff all clips in there. Cause when I get rid, but I tell you what, don't you fool around, this locks in. So you open this, the gray part, if you open that blue up and dump all these out, them ain't, hey, you'll be forever picking them up. I've done it before, it's I know. You make that mistake one time and you learn. That box, when you open it, has a unique smell to it. It's like a sweet smell. I don't know. I don't know why it's like that either. All right, well, we can go put all this stuff up. So what else? We're gonna do in this video right quick that I didn't do the other day in the last video I made about all my stuff I gotta fix? We're gonna hook the stuff up to this camper right quick and make sure it is kosher. I never did get to that. I temporarily hooked some water to it. I didn't see nothing, but we're gonna hook it up, let it stay hooked up for a while I'm gonna be here and make sure everything is all right. So. that water hose out, hooked to the pressure washer. I can't handle all this. I'm gonna have to, I don't know, it bothers me that hose wadded all up around my feet. That's why I put this rack thing here where I can keep it up out of the yard. Make sure the rubber deal is in there. Cut the water on, make sure it ain't leaking right there. All right, let's go in there and inspect it. Turn the water on. Oh yeah. Get the air out of it. We gotta have a major cleaning in here. This thing has got walls and I don't know what else in the sink. Get them things out of there. Good God. Dirt daubers or something. We got ladybugs all over the floor. Gotta do some sweeping in here. I got a broom hanging right here on the wall. So anyway, I'm not gonna get into all of that today. I just want to make sure all the water's working. Shower work. Oh yeah. Make sure we ain't got water running all over the floor everywhere. See, y'all, looks like we in good shape with the camper. As far as water goes, nothing froze and burnt. Hooked up. I'm gonna leave the water hooked up and on. That way it's got some pressure. Make sure don't something that got weak, you know, maybe froze, don't burst. So, I think I'm gonna go park this boat somewhere. Oh, Lord. Leave that open, let it air out good. I think I'm gonna park this boat over yonder, and I think I'm gonna get on the lawnmower and cut a little grass and relax. That's how I relax. I enjoy cutting grass. See if this truck will crank. We ain't even tried it. When you put a new battery in something, you always hope it'll run. Oh, praise the Lord. All right, let me let the windows down. Oh, I gotta pick up some stuff out of the yard. I did put a cover on the boat, y'all see. My dad had it and it is nasty. It needs to rain on it and wash it. It got blowed off and he bought it, put it on that smaller boat. I'm gonna lay this up here on it for right now. Park it over here, but y'all, you know, sometimes you feel like everything in the world is coming apart. And sometimes here, I mean, everything I do, I got to work on this and work on that. And I got all kind of stuff that needs fixing. So sometimes when life gets overwhelming, pick your battles. Pick some small things that you know that you can fix and fix it. And get that sense of accomplishment. Well, that's one task knocked out. I'm the world's worst to have like 10 projects going on at one time. You better off to start one project, knock it out. Move to something else, knock it out. So right now, I mean, we've got a water pump ordered for the boat motor. We'll have it fixed. It should be here like Tuesday. Put that in there. That should put this boat ready to fish. No more problems at all for anything. And we'll be fishing a good bit out of it, taking it to Tom Bigby, different places. Now, when I am majorly catfishing, we'll definitely be in the War Eagle. Probably when I'm grinnell fishing in some places, we'll be in that War Eagle. So I'm going to fish out of both boats a good bit. Of course, we got the little John boat over there that we're going to put in the swamp. When it gets down where we can get to the boat ramp, I could catch catfish with the water high, but down here you can't get that boat to the boat ramp. So anyway, knock out some small things, y'all. Get that sense of accomplishment to get you, just to build your self-esteem Find something that you can do, because y'all, life gets overwhelming. And it's not just me, y'all. I share everything with y'all. I don't hide struggles, but it's because I want y'all to know that everybody has struggles. Everybody has battles. Mine's not no worse than nobody else's. Yours is probably not no worse. Some of them, at times may be bigger. When you're struggling and you're fighting things, put your faith in God above, y'all. Keep plugging along. It's life. It's overwhelming for everybody. It's a struggle for everybody. So thank y'all for watching Spirit of the Outdoors. Remember, the best way to do things is the way you like to do it. We'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a good one.